What's up, everybody? Spare Wood a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Subnautica. When we left off in the last episode, we tried to do our build a base in the lava zone thing, which had a bit of a mixed result system. So it didn't really work, per se. We can fit through here, so that's okay, but as it was pointed out to me in the comments, one of the major purposes of having another base down here was so we could have the prawn suit use its drill arm to get the ion crystals, right? Not a huge deal, because we have a lot of it covered at the moment, but nonetheless, that was kind of the main goal. And with this here, I don't think I can even get in here now. So, that's a bit... Oh, yeah, and I'm stuck, apparently. That's a bit of an issue. Before we get too into this, though, I do want to bring up 2 points, actually. The first being, all of my episodes this week, starting from Elite Dangerous, have been bulk recorded in one day. And the reason was we kind of had a bit of an upheaval, if you will, in the behind-the-scenes stuff in the personal life, that we had a death in the family, which was for I guess he would be considered a great-uncle. It was my mom's uncle, and again, he wasn't blood-related, but it might as well have been. He was really close to the family. Not me personally, but just the family in general. My mom and her brothers and sisters and stuff. He really was like an uncle to them and stuff. So, with that, my parents wanted to go to the funeral, understandably, and this caused an issue on my scheduling time. Not that I'm upset about it. I mean, it's just, that's the way things go. Life is life, and I would, as much as I love doing this kind of stuff, the behind-the-scenes personal life stuff is life, so it's always going to take priority. But for those of you that may not be aware, my dog actually has a sore on his foot, and it's not a big medical concern, but if nobody watches him, he tends to lick it and make it worse. He'll open the scab up and everything, and it just takes forever to heal. So my mom and I had been flipping back and forth watching him like 24/7 in shifts kind of thing. And with them leaving, I couldn't do that. It was going to end up just being me, which, he is my dog, so it's fine. But that left me little to no time to record once they left, so I pretty much did all of this recording for this week in one sitting, in one afternoon. So, if the episodes seem a little bit condensed, or there's not a whole lot of progress that gets made, there's not as much cuts and pausing and things like that, that's why. That's really the only reason I bring it up, is just so you guys are aware of the situation and stuff. So, if it seems like, we didn't really get much done or anything, I didn't want to just send out a tweet and be like, nope, no videos this week, because can't record. I wanted to... Why can I not pick those up? Thank you. I wanted to at least do something, even if it was something lighter and not quite as progressing, if that's a word. So, just kind of fill in the blanks so everybody knew what was going on. That's what's going on. The other thing was, I've had a couple of comments on various different series about the sound on my videos lately, and it's an issue that has plagued me since I started doing videos, but I never really could isolate the cause. And what was happening was, when you start the video, start a clip. It could be at the beginning of the video, it could be transitions or whatever. Anytime it switched from the live footage to something that I did, like my transitions or something, the next clip would be a little bit quiet, or a lot quiet for a few seconds, and then it would snap and pick up into full volume. And it seemed very random. I couldn't isolate where it was coming from. I did it all the same way every time, but every once in a while this would happen, and sometimes it wouldn't, sometimes it would. It was very confusing. So for a while I hadn't heard anything about it, and then recently I started getting comments about it again, like, hey, this is, the sound seems a bit off or something, and I was like, dag nabbit, what is causing this? And I've tried to Google it, couldn't find it, all this kind of stuff, and eventually the other night I sat down after reading a couple of comments on the Inspiration series episode that this happened, And so I was like, well, I gotta figure out what's wrong with this kind of thing. And when I did, or when I looked at it, I did finally find one episode, or not episode, one article that actually brought up something I hadn't heard of before, and it dealt with an effect that I actually use on my videos, which was the denoiser effect. I use a denoiser, a dehummer, and something else that I forget what it is, to just little tweaks, not too much, but just to kind of take the edge off to try and cut some of the fan sound from my computer and stuff out of the background noise. And I gotta remember which place I parked my Cyclops, actually. What was that? Mushroom Cave? Cragfield, that's where it is. I don't know if this one goes to the Cragfield or not. I want to say it goes Mushroom Cave. No, Kush Zone, Mushroom Cave, Lost River, and Crag, I think. So anyways, short version is I read this article about this effect and things and how it described a very similar, if not identical, issue. Come on. Thank you. And so I went ahead and read the article and read the solution and stuff, and one of the solutions for anyone that actually cares is the, well, we're trying it. I'm experimenting with it. So that's what I was getting at, was I need to hear from you guys if everything sounds fine. If it sounds volume-wise, it's fine, but now the effects sound a little different, or you hear more background. Pretty much anything that sounds off or different than it used to, just let me know, because I am tweaking around with how I do my editing effects. Before, you would drag the effect out of the, like, effect toolbar. Dagnabbit, this is the Lost River. And drop it on the video/audio clip in the timeline when you're editing. And that would only affect that clip. Now, you could do a copy and then paste attributes, so you could highlight all of them and just hit paste attribute. And that works because I didn't need the dehummer and stuff on, like, my intros and stuff that was done within an isolated synthesized system. There was no microphone involved, so there was no background noise. But there's a way to do it with a mix panel in Premiere where you actually do it on the entire track instead of one clip. And supposedly, according to the article, it applied the same effect, but it would actually fix the problem to where then it wouldn't have that weird little delay thing. And so I'm trying that out this week on my videos and stuff, and we're going to see if it works, because in editing it did seem to work in that I didn't hear it either. Typically what I would hear was when I played the clips for the first time with the effects on them, it would do what you guys were talking about. Like, I knew exactly what sound people were meaning when they said it. But when that would happen, then about 1 to 2 seconds, maybe a little bit longer, then it would clear up and go full sound. And if I backed it up and tried it again, it was still full sound, like it had been loaded into the buffer or something. I'm not entirely sure how the effects in Premiere work, but, you know, it felt like it was cache data or something, and so then it was working. But, like I said, then I would get these comments where it sounded fine when I edited it, finally, and then I'd render it out, and people were still commenting on, yeah, this you know, the sound's still weird, and I'm like, well, crap. You know, it was kind of like, how's this keep happening? That bone shark is still stuck in there, which I find hilarious, by the way. And in case you weren't sure, oh, actually, I do have some inventory space. We should probably grab some titanium around here. I think there's some pieces, and then we might be able to work a little bit more in our base. So anyways, long story short, that's what I'm messing around with in terms of sound editing. So that's something I would need you guys' feedback on for that. And I know some of you that watch multiples of my series have probably already heard all this before. For that, I do apologize, but I couldn't really figure out a better way to do it for people that only watch a series. So I'm doing it that way. So if you heard it all before,
Welcome
you know,
aboard,
sorry.
Captain.
Just
All systems
it was the only way I could think of to effectively get all the information out to people that may or may not watch everything. So, yeah. Now, as far as Subnautica goes, since we are playing Subnautica... Actually, I was hoping that there was some titanium out here. I can't... Of course, it's always one of those, when you don't need it, you see it, and then when you have inventory space and you need to find some, then there isn't any. Actually, that might... There's some, and there might be some over there. So that's good. I don't know if I put my fabricator back or not in the new base under the lava. Regarding that, though, we do have a bit of an issue that we're dealing with. Oh gosh, I saw that shadow, and it was very elongated. I thought maybe there was a Reaper down here. So, wait, whoa, that's one? Oh, no, it's not. Okay, it gave me the little mouse icon, and I thought I could grab it, and I was like, wait, when did they make quartz things, like, gigantic? You know. So, yeah. Yeah. A couple of things. In returning to the topic of the base down here. I'm not really sure what to do with it. Yeah, because... Originally, one of the big reasons we wanted to put that base down here with a moon pool and stuff was for the prawn suit to be able to go mine stuff, like mine the ion crystals and then go back out and do other things and stuff like that. And with the moon pool not really being able to fit inside the base, we have a bit of a predicament here. The obvious part of the predicament is the fact that if I don't move anything and we keep the entrances and things where they are, the prawn suit can no longer get in here. Which kind of in a way defeats the entire purpose, because you need the drill arm to get to the ion crystals. So, oh, you know what? One thing I'd like to try while I'm right here... Interior... Is it miscellaneous? Yeah. Well, that's picture frame. Sign. I don't... doesn't seem like it'll snap to it. It probably wouldn't let me do it anyway, just because I don't have the material, but... I was wondering if we could do... I was wondering if we could get away with doing a, like, signs to label where the portals went to. So, anyways, I'm kind of questioning the purpose and validity of this whole... lava zone base idea. For this reason right here. I mean, yes, it's small and it doesn't do too much damage, but we still take damage every time we go in and out. So the whole point was to try and... Crap, I don't see my fabricator. And I'm missing titanium. Crap. Well... Hang on, let me do some math real quick. So we have 12 titanium. If I get rid of this hatch... Now, I know, we're stuck in here now, but that's okay, I think. Well, we can at least go out that way, so that's fine. Screw it, we'll just put this here. Like that. Now we can break this down. We have plenty of power. But yeah, so it's kind of one of those, like, this works, but I'm not really sure that it works the way that it was supposed to work, in that it's worth keeping. I did want to try it, but I'm a little hesitant now. Alright, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that should be enough. I also got a suggestion, and this is what I'm trying to work with here. And this is in a way really bad. Because I was gonna say, well, and actually, oh, it's only one. Oh, it won't let me. Somebody has suggested if we put a room below and then did a ladder, it would work, but it won't let me do that. Actually, it's not letting me do this now, either. Hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, it's too far. Well... okay. Well, on that regard, see, the idea was we were going to try to get, a corridor here so that then we could do another one below that and have a vertical ladder thing connecting, and then you'd actually have... Hold up. Wait a minute. Huh? When? When did this happen? When was I able to put it? Wait. What? Okay. So, when did... Was it just because it won't fit through the door? So when I get here, it tries to snap to the grid. The reason this works is because there's no grid. Huh. Well, now that's... funky. Weird. Anyways, I wonder if I can do... Okay, yeah, see the hatch is shorter. I thought that might be the thing. I'm not going to be able to snap that to this, but I wonder if I can do a vertical... Nope. Can I do... It's not going to let me do a ladder until there's something to connect to. So I really don't think this is going to work, to be quite honest. I mean, we're losing health as it is every time we go back and forth, so that's not cool. I also found this out too. So according to another comment that I got, oh, I actually have another one. The hull reinforcement does more on a room than it does on the side. I don't know if this is accurate or not, because it says +7, and it doesn't really say if you're doing it somewhere else. So let's try this out. So that... Oh, it does double. So that adds 14. This says 7, but it adds 14 if you add it to a room. Well... How intriguing. So the total's now 9, so if I put this here... I mean, it's the same resource cost, but yeah, it's definitely doubling. My prawn suit over there is kind of freaking out. Every time I place something, it just keeps, like, bobbing around. We don't really need all that there. I mean, that's excessive, but...
Caution. Dehydration detected.
Yep, blah, blah, dribble. I'm trying to build here, lady. Uh-oh. Oh, good.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Okay. Get those replanted. So, we have a bit of a dilemma here. There's a couple of different... I'm going to use the prawn suit so we can get outside and actually move around. There's a couple of different schools of thought here.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
This is another problem. Uh-oh. There we go. Nope. Dagnabbit. Feel like this would do well to have the Elite Dangerous style of do you want to board, not just board. So we have a couple of different options. One, we could move this further out where it's a little lower down here, so it's not as big of an issue. Like, keep it the same height, but move it over, and then it would be easier for us to get in and out with the prawn suit. This still doesn't fix the issue, though, of if we do something to where we can get into the base, right? Or into here. We're going to run into an issue where I don't know if the prawn suit will be able to or not, and that's the problem. And that's the problem I'm not really sure how to resolve, is if the prawn suit getting in and out of the base, as well as us being able to traverse the base without dying, is the focal point, then at what point does this become an issue kind of thing. So, yeah, I think we're going to experiment here a little bit. I'm going to actually detach the moon pool and move it over here and try and keep the grid about the same. So we want it about the same height as that, whatever that is, little outpost thing, I guess. Wow, I can deconstruct this from a really far distance, actually. Yeah, we're definitely burning and dying. Okay, now here's the other issue that we're going to run into, is this isn't snapping to a grid right now. So I tell you what, it's not going to be good for our health, but we're going to have to leapfrog this a bit, I think. Alright. Actually, we don't have to fully build them either. We can just keep snapping them. Whoops! Nope. There we go. So, wait. Why are you not attaching? What is happening here? It won't snap any further. That was weird. It has to be done to a certain degree, I guess? All the way? Very confused. It must be dying too, whatever that whale sound was. Okay. About here should do, I guess. Maybe one more. Oh, right. Okay. And again, I do apologize for not, like, cutting some of this grind work and stuff out, but like I said before, it just kind of comes back to the crunch time and not having the time to do some of this stuff off camera. So, unfortunately for this week, you guys are just gonna have to bear with me for a minute. Let's do that. Let's get this built. Now, in theory, this will stay on the same grid. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, let's just duck in here for a second. And then get the suit. Okay. So that's a little bit better. Now, the benefit here is hopefully, with any luck, we'll be able to drop this down. Or perhaps put the room... Maybe we could put the room right here and then try something like what we were going to try over here. Actually, let's do that first. Let's see if that works. I don't know how much titanium I have offhand. And I also don't know if I can actually fit another room beneath this or not. I don't have enough. Okay. Still not enough. I'm gonna steal one of these reinforcements for a minute. Now, can I fit this under here? Will you snap to it? You won't. Of course you won't. That would be easy. Alright, I gotta get out of this water, though. It's literally killing me. Okay. So, if we say this is the room, like we move the room further back, one thing we can do right off the bat is... Where did it go? Throw the reinforcement here that we borrowed. Now we have, what, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now, what do the glass ones require? That's just glass. That's perfect. So we have 2, and I could make more. I just have to connect up. Yeah, I just have to connect it all up. I kind of want to do this in glass, though. I think that would be cool. I think it'd be a cool effect, actually. I don't know if we've got everything that we can, though, to reach the actual other room. feel like it was much further out than this. This is going to be a problem, actually, now that I think about it, because I don't actually have a means of getting in to the base without that. Without the moon pool now. Unless I can get this guy in here, which is unlikely, because we tried that already. I don't suppose the grappling hook could help me there. Like, once you're in the door... No, it's still snapping to that. Okay. Well... Then... What does a hatch cost me? A hatch is... Whoa, what's with all the stuttering? That's weird. Can I only... Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, can I only pull it up with the builder tool? Okay, so I need 1 titanium, and I have 1 glass. So... Whoa! Okay. Why am I not swimming? I mean, we got in the base. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't know about you guys, it makes perfect sense to me. That was really weird. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna break you down. So we're gonna break you down. With any luck, we'll have what we need to break you down. Okay. And we'll still be able to hold this. Oh, I'm turned around now. Ooh, boy. Okay, this way? I think? Maybe? Aha! Success! Okay. The prawn suit's still over there. I don't know what happened with that. That was completely weird. And this reinforcement stuff, if we decide to keep this, will be kind of temporary. We may move some of it around a bit. I don't really need all that right now. Let's grab you. Oh, let's just put you right there. Because why not? And we'll need... wait! Hey! What happened? How do I not have... Oh, I used it on all the things. Yeah, okay. Tell you what, this is still the portal room. How do I... Or can I... Okay, I deconstructed that. Can I deconstruct this room now? Can't deconstruct her either inside or too close. Ah, multi-purpose room. Eh! Come on. Dagnabbit. Work with me. Okay. So, let's just get down here. So what we're basically doing, it may not have been clear at all, and again, I may change this as well, is we're going to try and drop down the, yeah. Stuff and things. Actually, we could probably do it right here, now that I'm looking at it. We're going to put one of these under here. Right? And it's open for debate, like whether it'll end up being glass or, you know, titanium or what, you know, I'm just kind of seeing... This is more of a proof of concept. I'm trying to kind of see if this actually just works before I really get committed to anything. Okay. Alright, and then we'll put one there. Now, in theory, this is not the most elegant of solutions, but in theory, Oh, that snaps right to there? Oh, that's right, because it's one of the... Alright, so we need one more. 0.2... That's 1... Okay. Oh, come on. I didn't put a ladder in yet, either. Oh, and now I have titanium! Dagnabbit! Why? The math was right. It had 2, and it lowers it by 1. Why did it... I don't understand. Alright, so tell me if this makes sense. I mean... negative 1 HP. It said I had more than that. Why would this not work? Alright, so ladders... Now I have 3 titanium. What did I need before? Okay, so there's 2 involved in the hatch. So before we do that, we know that'll actually work in terms of, like, it functioning. It gets through the main door, and you can put a hatch there, and it's fine. We just don't have... we just don't have the reinforcement stuff that we need. So let's put a ladder... can I move this at all? Can I snap it to a different spot? That's kind of in the way. Oh well. Again, proof of concept, just making sure this works. Okay. Alright. Now, are we not okay on our hull integrity now? Because this should be draining, right? Oh, maybe I'll have to repair all these, actually. I think. Come on.
Hull integrity restored.
There we go.
Draining systems initiated.
Okay, cool. So the theory goes... Now, what do we have left? 1 titanium. Ick. Oh, actually, that I need to use for this, so that we actually have some food down here. Kind of looks like a dog bowl, actually. When now, I could use glass. Oh. Hello. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Ideas and things are happening. Oh, wait, no. Okay, so I need 2 and 2. So I need to remove 2 of these. I need to remove 2 of these sections. Now, this one... Why can't I move? There we go. This one, I think, has to remain titanium, because I don't think glass will let you go through the top with a ladder. But this one, however, we could remove. Though, prior to that, we probably should make sure that we can quickly restore our hull integrity with reinforcement, though. Okay, so that's 2 glass. I need 1. Let's just make them all glass. I was gonna say, I need 1 for the hatch and stuff, so let's just make whatever we can. Alright. So, let's try this out and see if this works. Let's start here. So, 4.5, we get 2 back. We'll throw a glass one here, which I think induces more. Yeah. See? Whatever. Not worried about it. I need the titanium back. Glass. That gives me the titanium, but that actually only gives me enough titanium to do the new reinforcement that I now need. Dagnabbit. Crap.
Hull integrity restored. Draining systems initiated.
Okay. Hull integrity restored. I got this big gash in the wall, lady. Do your job. Actually, my builder's almost out of power, too. I need to go swimming. Okay. So now what do we have left? Oh, we do have 2. Okay, perfect. Perfect. And we have a couple glass tubes here. And we should be able to slap a hatch there. Now we can get in and out of the base. Okay.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Cool. Now the question is, with this setup, can the prawn suit get in
Welcome
here?
aboard, Captain.
And I appear to be stuck. Like, my feet seem to be welded into the base for some reason because of that clipping thing that happened. So that's lovely. I did all this to get it to work, and now I'm stuck. I mean... Well, that presents a minor problem. I don't know how this happened. I might have to just, like, take the upgrades out and spawn in a new prawn suit or something. Because this thing seems stuck. It's like its feet are welded into this. At least I didn't go... yeah, like that. That's not supposed to happen. Yeah, if any of you guys have ideas to fix that, let me know. But it's not the most elegant, but you could jump up here with the prawn suit and just walk in this way. So we can actually get in here now. It's just a little less elegant or whatever of the way I wanted to do things. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for us for this episode. Oh, I didn't realize we were going so long. Yeah, we're definitely done for this episode. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. Should we keep pursuing this? Do you have any ideas on what else we could do with this kind of a base down here? All that good stuff. And things like that. I'm still on the fence. I'm doing more of this, and obviously we have another episode, and we made a little more progress and all this kind of stuff. I'll be honest, though, I'm still on the fence of how much longer I'm going to be doing Subnautica, at least until they do another big major update thing where there's more to do. I'm feeling very stretched thin on this game at the moment. Not that it's a bad thing or anything, it's just with the early access stuff, that's just what the content is at the moment. So, I'm feeling a little bit like I'm making up stuff to do rather than just having things to do. So let me know what you guys think about all that good stuff and where else we could go with this, or if you're also feeling a little bit burned out, or not burned out, that's not a good word, bored, maybe? And in the meantime, we're going to wrap things up here. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace.